Hi, my name's Lee Reed. I'm the project lead for prevention education at the RSPCA. So the RSPCA stands for the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. Our line of work effectively is trying to prevent the cruelty for animals. And that comes into kind of three parts in a way. One part will be to try to resolve any animal cruelty cases. Another would be to provide support and advice to people that need it most. And mostly for my part, it's to try to inspire and engage people to make animals' lives better. So our project was for educators, and the purpose of it was to try to create something for educators so they can teach young people about animal welfare and why that's important. We had this website that had hundreds and hundreds of pages that all needed updating. And that was kind of a problem in a way, right? Because that's like a lot of effort, a lot of work to go through everything and update them all. So we kind of decided maybe it would be better to kind of just start again, just start anew. So that's what we did. We just made a brand new website for educators. And again, listening to what they wanted theory lessons with videos on, and they wanted practical activity ideas. So as part of that, we created a journey alongside Webtown, making sure that we actually had a really good user flow from the point where you visit the website, through to creating an account, through to creating a learner profile, through to actually submitting a lesson or practical activity on our website. One of the problems with the old website is the idea that actually we don't know how many people are actually using the materials, which for us is something quite important we should be measuring to assess our impact. So a lot of the old lessons were PDF files. Now, that comes to actually quite a few other problems as well, because especially in the realm of animal welfare, a lot of things change over time. Now, if you're an educator that has downloaded a PDF document and then suddenly law changes, but you're still delivering that same lesson 5 years later, then they're teaching outdated content. So what's really important for us is to have something which educators could use directly off our website so that we can update it live. A great example is where a lot of people believe that rabbits can eat lots of carrots. So what we want to do is we want to be able to capture that information so that we can measure impact, not just in the moment they actually are engaging with the lesson, but we can also document it over time. So maybe in 10 years' time, when the young people are perhaps now in their coming up to their 20s, and they're assessing or being assessed on how to look after rabbits, we won't get as many cases of people feeding carrots to rabbits. But also they will be teaching their children. When you're doing that lesson of the RSPCA, make sure not to click the button carrots for rabbits, because that would be incorrect. And so now we can assess how knowledge changes over time, which again would be just amazing if we could do that. Working with Webtown was actually great for a number of reasons. One of them, of course, was the product owner, Irvin, who on a very regular basis was keeping us updated, not just with the project, but also kind of helping us resolve problems along the way as well, and kind of giving us all the options and kind of going the extra mile to make sure that we knew the kind of benefits and some of the detrimental consequences of the choices we were going to make. And I think another benefit of working with Webtown were the weekly updates in terms of the deliverables, and I was able to actually see things unfold in front of me. And that was great because this was a brand new thing that we're constructing from ground zero. On top of that, I'm a very visual person. I like seeing things so that I can better understand them. So when I get to see all these things start to evolve and start to be developed, and I get to see it, I don't know, it's just something which helps me connect all the dots together about where this project is at the moment and where it should go. And especially in the meetings where we were trying to figure out solutions to problems, it was nice to see exactly how it looked at this current point of time versus how it could look depending on what trajectory we took as a pathway. Actually having that really high level communication with me, and somewhat probably patience as well, and kind of understanding how to walk me through the process and the reasons why. And that was really kind of beneficial for me. So using LifeRay for the project was great because actually in some parts of the project, we had choices to make as to whether we fully customize what we wanted as a deliverable, or there are actually things which kind of come out of the box from LifeRay. And so as we're going throughout the project and we're having to move things around, decide what was important, what was urgent, what we wanted as the MVP, it was great to know that actually for some of these things we wanted, we could fall back on something which LifeRay has already created. And then we can kind of take it from phase 2 as to whether that's something which we can keep us out of the box from LifeRay, or if it's something which we want to develop down the line based on our user experience feedback. So a benefit from working with LifeRay is the idea that actually the RSPCA has used LifeRay for other projects. And I think the more that we're going down our digital transformation route, the more we can actually get all these systems kind of talking to each other, regardless as to whether it's something which has pre-existed or something which we're going to be building new in the future. Another reason why I'd perhaps recommend working with Webtown is that they understood the why, they understood what it was we were actually doing. They weren't just working behind the scenes in the background based on what we kind of said to them. We had the weekly meetings, understanding that this project is all about making animal lives better. It's about inspiring and engaging young people and educators to go out in the world and make a difference. And I feel when you have that connectivity with other people that understand the why, that's just so important to create the best possible output that you can. If we listen to people and what they want, what they need, before we actually go out and just try to deliver something, that makes a huge difference to the success of a project. So we've seen this way of working starting to spread across the organization, which is lovely to see.